Hi everyone, my name is Nicola. I am simply a stitcher. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you're new around here, it's great to have you, and if you are returning, thank you for coming and spending some more time with me today. So today I'm going to do a stitch with me, and this is going to be one with some chat. So we'll be having a look at the lovely comments that you all have left for me. And also for my stitchy piece, I am working on my Lord of the Rings stained glass. This is a chart I bought myself from Etsy, and I am working in this window here and just down sort of the divide between the two. So I'm putting in all of the black stitches around Legolas. So yeah, I'm gonna get on and see what I can do with that. I think it's Legolas. Yes, it is. So today I have lots of lovely comments to take a look at from you guys, so we shall be doing that. And also with this one, there's just going to be a lot of blocky stitching. So you know, the stitching itself isn't going to be terribly interesting because it's mainly block work, but it has to be done. I am 70 stitches in so far, and this is stitched 2/1 full cross on some 18 count Aida. And in case you're wondering, this kind of zigzag is because I'm working sort of like diagonal sections in a bid to prevent any sort of stitchy lines, which seems to be working so far. So I'm quite happy about that. Just a 2/1 full cross. I think I did 18 count Aida. It's still quite early in the morning. I'm not quite awake yet, but it is what it is. So yeah, I am enjoying this piece. It's had extra work on it recently when I was away for the last couple of weekends. It was a good piece to take with me. So it's had some extra stitches recently. But yeah, I do enjoy working on this one. And seeing all of the black and the outlines coming in, it's lovely. I still have over 70,000 black stitches to put in, but that's okay. I can live with that. Yeah, I just wanted to quickly just double check something though, because you know how I am with my counting. Yeah, I just had a little bit of a heart sort of stopping moment. If you remember, with my night cafe, I did miscount, and once you've miscounted once, you do kind of wonder. But yeah, I'm okay. I am okay. So yeah, I've got lots of comments to put in, but as well as that, at the start of this video, I'll just give out a couple of reminders. I do have now my videos organised into playlists, so you can, you know, watch a playlist, and they're organised by category, by year, or by, you know, for example, unboxings are all under one playlist, you know, and so on and so forth. So, you know, if you do fancy having a look at some videos of mine as a collection, there are playlists now available. If you wish to support my channel via any other means, obviously, as I said before, I do have adverts in my videos. I try not to make them too annoying. I put them in one every 10 minutes on a stitch with me, but not all adverts will trigger. If you can allow the adverts to run, that would be much appreciated. But if not, and you do wish to support the channel in another way, I do have a Buy Me a Coffee link, which you will find in the description below. So yeah, just going to crack on, get some stitchy miles in. I do confess to feeling a little unwell today. I feel like I'm getting a cold. I've got some sinus pain, but I'll be fine, I'm sure. I will get some tablets and hope for the best. I've had a bit of a rough time at work the last day or two. It's not been the most pleasant of tasks doing my job. Lots of grumpy people. But yeah, you just have to persevere, don't you? Unfortunately, I can't retire just yet. So, there we go. So, yeah. I'm just trying to think what else has happened this week. Nothing much as yet. I did do a post on Instagram regarding She Sleeps because I've moved back over to the left-hand side. So as you're watching this is going out on Saturday, so I will have had some stitchy miles in She Sleeps since then. But I did move it so I could start the eyelid and eyelashes on the Wednesday live stream. But yeah, stitchy progress has been quite good. I am on target to reach 365,000 stitches, and I have knocked some days off, so I'm actually on target to reach that milestone by the 26th of December, which is really good. I definitely wanted, to sort of, make a stitchy goal. It keeps me motivated. I am both process and progress. Morning, Hannah. So doing that, it does definitely help me. It's not for everybody, and I know that stitching is very much a hobby, not a job. But I'm one of those people. I do like to challenge myself and see how much I can do. There are lots of talented stitchers out there that stitch many, many more thousands of stitches than I do. Even though I do a lot. I can do comfortably 1,000 stitches a day and keep that sort of stitchy quality. That's not to say that other people don't, but it makes me happy. But just recently, especially when I've been working on a project that I really want to work on, I've been getting to 1,200, 1,300, 1,500 stitches in a day, which has been amazing to get to. So yeah, that's how come, because I use Stitch Pal to track my stitches, and it can, at the current daily rate of stitching, it gives you an estimated completion, and for my target being 365,000, to get to that goal, it shows me the 26th of December. So yeah, super happy. I'm hoping next year, I was thinking about this. Oh, did you hear my belly growl then? I'm hoping next year to sort of get to more than 365, maybe 385, something like that. If I do, I do. If not, no biggie. But let's see. Let's see how I can. But yeah, it's always for me. It's always fun for me to challenge myself. But yeah, lots of new starts. I've got 12 plus the Boo plus the Blue Lady, so I'm up to 14 new starts now for next year. And there's always room for more. We've been having a bit of fun in the Simply Stitcher Facebook group lately, and on the live streams about new starts with regard to storm names. So that's been fun. But yeah. Apparently there's a cafe in Portugal called Nicola, a coffee shop. And that is an excuse for a new start, apparently. So there we go. But thanks to Carla for showing me that. So yeah, I'm just kind of plodding on and really enjoying stitching time. I was working on She Sleeps last night, which would have been Tuesday, as you're watching this on the Saturday, because I film these videos usually on a Wednesday. And I was so enthused with it, I just didn't want to put it down. And Andy went upstairs about sort of 9:30ish, 10:15. And he says, "Oh, do some more stitches if you want. It's fine." And I'm like, "Well, I'd love to, but my eyes are getting tired, and I don't want to get to a point where I make a mistake." You okay?
Yeah, that's alright, but when you stitch for longer, I'll wait if you go to bed longer.
Yeah, you'll wait for me like a little guard, aren't you? Hannah doesn't settle down until I go to bed. So yeah, that's another reason. But yeah, I could have just stitched last night if my eyes had held out, but they didn't, unfortunately. But there we go. It is what it is. And, you know, I think, I mean, I do plenty enough anyway, and I don't really want to push it. I've also, you know, while I've been able to, during work time, if I'm on a call and I'm just listening, I've had my crochet out, so carrying on doing these granny squares for my colleague. I'm up to like, I think 41 now. I've done 41 squares. I'm going to start and lay them out this weekend and see how big it's looking so far, I think. Anyway, we're going to have a look at your lovely comments once I've rethreaded this needle and see what you guys have been saying this week. So there we go. Okay, Hannah. So my first comment is from the lovely Laurie, from Laurie Clark, and she says, watching you stitch this, this is on a stitch with me that I did with Envy, shows that you go with the colour, just like Gemma's method. Yeah, so when she talks about Gemma, she's meaning the lovely Gemma from Gemma Stitches, who uses what she calls the colour flow method. Yes, I am working very similarly to that. However, Gemma doesn't like sort of floating stitches or anything like that. I'm not quite that disciplined, but yes, I am working really with the colour more than anything on Envy, and the same really with She Sleeps. And I will do a little video about it at some stage. I kind of seem to have dropped off with additional videos just lately, just simply because I've been a bit busy. But at the moment, when I'm doing 3 hours in Stitch with me, a half-hour floss tube, and 3 hour lives, that's around 6.5-ish hours of video per week. It's a lot, and I work full time, and I'm a parent as well, run a home, so sometimes I just don't get opportunities, or I'm tired. You know, I think certainly as the mornings are now dark, the evenings are getting dark earlier, you know, naturally I'm feeling more tired. So I'm usually, in the summer, I'm up at sort of 5 a.m. because it's light and I can get out of bed no problem. I find that a lot harder during the winter months. But, you know, come December, we start to get longer days again. So hopefully it won't last for too long. I'm still though up in good time to do a good couple of hours, a good couple of hours of stitching. Did you just floof there, Hannah?
No, it was crap.
Okay. So yeah, I try and get up and do a good couple of hours of stitching before I have to work. And I seem to have, naturally reduced my office time. I didn't go in this week because, I'll be quite honest, I simply just didn't want to. I've been having a little struggle with work this week. It's been very difficult, and I figured that the best place for me to be was at home, and look after myself. So that's what I did. You guys who've watched me for a while will know that I do have struggles with my mental health. I've been very open about it, and this week I felt like I was going to have a complete meltdown. In fact, they did change something at work this week. I have to use an app on my phone to access our work system. They decided to change and upgrade that, and the app is now misbehaving on my phone, and it's crashing constantly, and I'm just, I'm one of those people, if it isn't broke, don't fix it, and it wasn't broke, so why on earth did you try and fix it? So I got a bit frustrated. It's not, to be fair, it's not hard for me to get frustrated at the moment. I just sort of seem to be in a little bit of a mood dip, but I will be fine. I will get there. Okay, next comment is from Mary Lee Jones. Do you have a video that shows how you stitch your projects? This is how I've identified I really haven't done a video about the method, the Gemma method, the colour flow method that I'm using. I said, yes, I do have a playlist that's entitled Techniques. And, she says that that playlist only shows parking methods, and it looks like you've changed across country. So I'd love to hear your thoughts and process. So that really, I am going to aim to get a video out. As I said, I don't know when. I might look at filming it in the next sort of few days, but it could be a couple of weeks. I don't know. Okay. And that, of course, was on the Envy stitch with me, the same one that Laurie commented on. Next comment is from Natalia, Official Mermaids Cove, and on the same stitch with me, and she leaves me hearts. Thank you very much, Natalia. And then my next stitch with me that I put out was using Sailing Fairy, which is due to be out this week. Brenda Murphy says the clarity of the camera is amazing. It really brings out the colours. Yep, when I got this phone, I was so happy with the camera quality on it, and it was really good. And Sailing Fairy has such a vibrant colour palette as well. Add that into the mix, and wow, it's like a colour explosion, really. It's just so lovely to stitch it. So yeah, Sailing Fairy is really, Maui Princess had some vibrant colours on it, but Sailing Fairy, kind of is even more so. Squeaky, squeaky. My hands are just slightly sweaty and the needles coating is rubbing off. I don't know if you can see it on this needle. I could do with getting a new one out, but I'm too lazy. I'll wait until they break. So FlossTube 41 had a number of comments. And the first one comes from Diane Miller. And she says, I just checked with YouTube and you do get revenue from watchers with premium membership. Part of their premium membership fees go to you. Just thought you'd like to know. I hope that makes your viewers with premium memberships feel a little better. Thank you for that, Diane. That's very good to know. I hadn't looked at all into, whether or not premium memberships do generate revenue for creators. It wasn't something that occurred to me. I just naturally assumed that if they weren't seeing adverts, then there wasn't a revenue. But it is very good to know, and I'm pretty sure that the viewers that watch me that do have a premium membership will feel better that their fee is going, to help to support creators that they follow. So yeah, thank you for that. It's very difficult when you're sort of navigating YouTube and the minutiae of it. I see a figure of sort of YouTube earnings at the end of the month. And what I receive is always, had a deduction, a tax deduction, and it's just, it can be confusing, and I'm so glad I have an Andy to help navigate that. But yeah, it's good to know. So thank you so much for checking that out. Okay, Enid, who has now renamed her channel to Itching for Stitching, gives me some smiley faces on FlossTube 41. Thank you, Enid. Hope the new name works for you. It's one I came up with during a live stream, so but as ever, if you're watching this and I mentioned that, any of my commenters are created, do check out their channels. We all need a little support. I was where they were once. It took me so long to get to 1,000 subscribers. It was ridiculous. Some people can get to 1,000 overnight. For some people it takes months, and it took me, I think, about a year, but more than a year. So, and I am not far away from 2,400 now, as long as YouTube behaves and doesn't take subscribers away, and there aren't too many bots trying to subscribe to my channel. There we go. So on FlossTube 41, Mal comments, so glad you finally gave in on Buy Me a Coffee. You have so much great content and such a great community. Watching commercials never felt like enough to give back. I didn't realise just how strongly people felt, Mal, and I felt that the channel supporting itself by the commercials was quite enough, and for you guys to watch and support me doing that was beautiful. But I am glad that the you'll hear from sort of future comments that the Buy Me a Coffee and me putting that link on has had a positive response. You always kind of worry about things like that, but it has had a very positive response, which I'm really, really grateful. Oh, Hannah. I'm not editing that out. Everybody can hear you floof.
Okay.
You don't care? Okay. There you go, everybody. Hannah doesn't care that you hear a floof. We call it a floof.
No, we don't.
Yes, we do, for be politeness on my videos. Thank you.
We call that for YouTube.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm filming for YouTube right now, so hush they mush. Oh, my days. Anybody want a 23-year-old or almost 23-year-old?
22.
I said almost 23, so no. Okay. So back to the comments. Kelly from Kelly's Quilts and Cruises says, "Hi Nicola, do whatever you need for your channel. I have a buy me a coffee too." Thank you, Kelly. I've had such tremendous support, you know, I really have. And I know that, you know, there's a few of you out there that, you know, might go on other crafting groups or Zooms or, you know, that kind of thing. And do shout me out on there too. And I am so, so grateful. It's lovely. I just, you know, I feel happy that you guys are happy to support me in whatever I'm doing. So Laurie on FlashTube 41 also comments and says, "I really enjoy seeing your projects in full. Envy is stunning. I would buy you a tea or two." Thank you, Laurie. Yeah, I will, as at the end of the year, be doing a whip parade and get everything out in full. And yeah, we will be we'll be doing that as usual over there. But I normally film it sort of between Christmas and New Year. I'll get that out. And everything in my whip parades are out of hoops. Oh, excuse me. Sometimes, like such as for She Sleeps, I don't show it out the hoop very often, and same with Realm of Middle Earth, really. Because then I figure that when I do get it out the hoop, there's been such a big change, you can really see it. I moved not Envy, She Sleeps hoop yesterday, and I showed Andy, can't speak, and he was like, "Wow." I'm like, yeah, I am well over 50% now. 53, almost 54% in on She Sleeps. My goal for her is to get to 70% by the year end, which I'm on track to do. If I can get to more, great. If not, no matter. At the current rate, which is an average of about 140 stitches a day, it's due to complete in 2026. Obviously, if I can bring that down, I will do. So yeah. Okay. You have to get dressed, lovely. Okay. Right. So Karen Ennis comments again on my floss tube. She commented on one of my Stitch With Me's, which I touched on the last Chatty Stitch With Me. Karen says, "Hi, I always look forward to your videos. I live in Houston, Texas, so I usually catch your live streams late at night when I'm stitching. Not working right now, taking care of my 87-year-old mother, and I think it's wonderful that Hannah brought you gifts. Thank you." Yeah, Hannah did sort of spoil me a little bit, which was nice. I'm one of those people that never thinks I'm worthy of it. And Hannah's like, "Well, yeah, I'm buying it." And, you know, a couple of times, you know, my phone didn't work to do the payment. She was like, "I got you covered." You know, she was just fantastic. And she bought me a lovely bracelet and a new lanyard. And, you know, she's bought me meals, and you know, she's just lovely. Me and her have a lovely, close relationship, which is nice. Don't get me wrong, we can fight like cat and dog. We're a mother and daughter, but you know, on the whole, we get along very, very well. And you know, I do my best to support her, and she returns the favour. What more can you ask for? Mermaid's Cove on live stream 39, the Sunday stream. Leaves me some hearts. Thank you very much, Natalia. That was one where I was stitching on Sailing Fairy. So yeah, Sailing Fairy is going to be out this week for some rotation stitches. I'll get some more in her. There are some pieces I do which are obviously got lots of confetti in, which takes me longer to sort of get to my 1,000 stitches, rotation stitches. Sailing Fairy is one of them. Sailing Fairy and a stitching shelf, they do take me the longest to get to my 1,000 stitches. The easiest ones is this one, because it's all black at the moment, and She Sleeps. Mind you, She Sleeps is not actually in the rotation, but it seems to take seconds to get to 1,000 stitches in She Sleeps at the moment. But yeah, this one, and I suppose the Night Cafe is generally speaking fairly quick. So yeah. Still plan to keep the same rotation next year. 1,000 stitches, rotate, switch out. I'm thinking the following year, because I will have so many new starts next year. So looking forward to 2026, I think what I might do is change my rotation slightly to instead of 1,000 stitches, add in 500 and have like a daily change project. But I don't know, I'll have to see. 1,000 stitches to me feels like a good amount. Oh dear, my stomach. Sharon comments on FlossTube 41. Well done on reaching 50% on She Sleeps. Thank you, Sharon. I am just loving her. It took me so much time to sort of get into stitching her, but now I'm stitching her. Oh my goodness, love it. Oh my growly stomach. Okay, Ashley from Ashley's Stitching Corner. Again, comments on FlossTube 41. Ashley's had a bit of a busy time lately. She's had a couple of major life events. The first one being that she got married, and the second one being that she very sadly lost her mum. Her mum passed away very close to the wedding. She comments to say on FlossTube 41, another fantastic video this week. I'm sorry I didn't catch your stream on Sunday. You're having Thanksgiving dinner. So it's Canadian Thanksgiving. Will be tonight's, however. Always looking forward to the lives. Thank you, Ashley. And then she says, goes on to say, also in regards to the revenue, I always kind of wondered how things went when you finally got to a point that you made revenue. I think it's really kind of unfair that these platforms take so much from content creators. I mean, I get taken some for the use of their platform, but yeah, I was very surprised at how much YouTube actually do take from channel memberships. As you know, Andy has a number of channel members, and the revenue that YouTube take is ridiculous. And then, as I said, I see a figure at the end of my month, but what comes to the bank, is less than that figure, or whenever it is I qualify for a payout. And it's the same for Andy. And then the super thanks, they do take a large proportion of the super thanks as well. Buy Me Coffee does have a small fee, but it's something like, I think it's maybe 5%. It's certainly, in comparison to what YouTube and Google take, much, much less. So yeah, it's just a case of we have to do what we can. Stitching is an expensive hobby. And of course, with me filming these videos, sometimes I might need to buy equipment, like I'm getting ready for a new stitching arm, a new this thing that the camera's on, because there's a piece missing from this one. Soon I will be wanting an upgrade for phones, so that'll be a new camera. Of course, there's always a chance that I might see a new kit or pattern that I like, and somebody might invite me to join a sale or whatever, and I need to purchase something for that. So the revenue that I get does go to support me in that way, so it doesn't take away from the family budget, which is always limited. There are 4 of us living here, and we have to make sure that we're doing the best we can with the money that we have. Okay. Jane 22 says, I'll get on FlossTube 41. Well done on 50%. I'm glad you are open about this feed and the difficulties. So happy you are staying. Yeah, I'm a very open and real person. So when I do make comments about what's going on, I will be very honest with you. I won't sort of sugarcoat things either. If I think it's wrong, I will say it's wrong. But my preference is not, or my thoughts and feelings are my own and not anyone else's. Some people do very, very well from YouTube, and that is absolutely fine. But then they have 10 and 20 and 30 times more subscribers than I do. So as a small creator, it is a small revenue. There we go. But it is enough to support me, and with the Buy Me a Coffee and people's generous assistance through that as well, it's really lovely that I can look at something and think, well, yes, I can actually have that because I do have the means. I mean, I would really love a chatelaine, but they're very expensive, so I am kind of saving up for that. So yeah. But with a chatelaine, I would, be thinking, well, how am I going to work it? Because I'd need some bars to put it on. You know, do I have a look at an almanac or something like that? I don't know. Of course, what I'd really like is a lottery winning to have a house with a craft room in it. That would be superb, wouldn't it? I think everybody would love that. Or even just like a dedicated space that's mine all mine. You know, I've one of my hobbies is that I kind of tend to look down YouTube, not YouTube, down Facebook, and you might say, oh, this property's for sale or that property's for sale. Might be a completely different area to what you're living in or something. But the first place I look at on the listing is the floor plan. And I'm like, if I lived in that house, how would that space work for me? I've seen a few that, you know, really, really nice ones with like a dining kitchen and then a dining room and a living room. And I'd be like, yeah, I'd commandeer that dining room. Half of it is office, half of it is craft room. But it's just getting to that point, isn't it? Okay. Alicia Bradley, I love your frog lanyard. How cute. Very. Yes, it was from a shop called Kenji. I think it wasn't very expensive, but it was only a couple of pounds. And Hannah bought it because she said it'd be perfect for me, for my cross stitching, because she understands about the frog. So, yeah, very cute. And they had a number of different ones. You know, I could have one for every day of the week, really, but, you know. And she says, great job on your projects. Thank you very much, Alicia. But yeah, it's easier because I don't have to bend my neck to use my scissors now. With it having the elastic on the bottom, it'll just stretch out. My work lanyard is on one as well for accessing my office building. And it's the same, I don't have to stretch out to go through the NEDAP gate. So there we go. Okay. What else have we got? Tammy Spruce. Welcome, Tammy. She says on FlashTube 41, hi Nicola, I've just discovered your channel and subscribed. I love your projects. Thank you very much, Tammy, and welcome. I hope you enjoy what you see. And as I said previously, I have lots of playlists with different updates in different themes. So hopefully you will find something that you like. And if you're not joining us already, do join us for the live streams. The live streams are very popular. I love doing them twice a week. And yeah. They make a great sort of midweek breakup of the working week. And on Sundays, have an excellent round off. And we do tend to have a good laugh. I mean, the Storms conversation this week was just hilarious. And then it carried on into the Simply Stitcher Facebook group as well. I just, you know, was chuckling all every time I saw a post about it, or comment. Yeah. And there's some tenuous links there to the names. But it's all good fun. Any excuse for a start, eh, guys? Okay. Rosemary on live stream from Wednesday last week says, sorry I missed the live, watching on repeat. And Sonia, ditto, says, darn it, missed your stream. No worries, they're always there. I post them afterwards so you can take a look. Okay. Going quite well this morning. Smooth stitching. Not going bad. My tummy's rumbling. I'll keep going on about it, don't I? Okay. Again, Karen says, oh, I'm sorry I missed you. I've gone to Facebook and answered the questions to belong to the group. And I know indeed that you have been admitted to the group, Karen. It's lovely to have you in there. The Facebook group now has over 200 members. If you haven't joined, please do go and join. It'd be great to have you in there. A couple of questions to answer to get in. You may need to screen out bots. So yeah, do answer the questions and join us. I post threads in there Sundays and Wednesdays, which post your whip so I can share it on the live stream and enable people. And oh my goodness, I am successfully enabling. Yeah, we've seen some gorgeous projects on there this last few weeks. We've seen some lovely finishes as well. So yeah, I've done one last stitch on the row above. So I have to add that in. And yeah, it's always lovely to share. And my group is not solely confined to stitchy content. Knitting, crochet, quilting, something that you saw that was funny, links to an Etsy shop or recommendations for new floss tubers, all that kind of stuff. It's kind of anything goes, but drama-free zone. So yeah, if you do want to join the group, the link, if it's not below, it will be in any one of my floss tube updates links in the description box. Mermaid's Cove, Natalia commented, another thing to consider is making a membership where only the members get to vote what you stitch on your lives or which new start you start next, etc, etc. Very difficult to sort out sort of member perks for a stitcher. It was suggested like video calls and that kind of thing, and exclusive content, but because I do so much content anyway, and for me, I just love to share what I do with everyone. It would be, for me, it would be a bit difficult, I think. But great suggestion there, Natalia. Great suggestion. But I think I've definitely parked the idea of memberships. I mean, the only other thing that I thought of was having a piece that's stitched exclusively on Stitch With Me's for members, but there'll always be somebody that didn't enjoy what you're doing or doesn't like a stitch with me, or that kind of thing. And I'm a people pleaser. I like to please as many as possible, hence why I have the 3 kinds of stitch with me. So we have the quiet ones, the ASMR style. We have the music, because some people do like music, and I have had the chair dance comments from time to time. And the chat, everybody likes something different out of a stitch with me. Personally, I like a chat. I don't mind the music, but it has to be a piece that I'm really interested in seeing. And I do occasionally watch ASMR style ones, but I don't watch them for very long, because I do find personally I get a little bored. But I do know that some people do enjoy that kind of content, hence why I make it. And then, of course, everybody likes my floss tube updates, and the live streams are something, they're like another dimension, aren't they? Because it's different to the chatty stitch with me because of the actual interaction. You guys coming in and saying something in the chat box. We can talk about it, and people talk to one another in the chat box, which is lovely. I absolutely love that. We're making stitchy friends. And I get people inviting others to Sal's and so on as well, and it's great. It's just great. I just love the stitching community. We're so lovely. I kind of wish that I'd started doing floss tube a lot earlier. I really do. But I'm glad I'm doing it now. And I've made so many friends through floss tube. I've had friends who I've been on Zoom and video calls with. I've had friends who have sent me things. I have friends who have been there from the very beginning and watched literally everything that I've put out. I've got new friends who have gone back to the early days of my floss tube and not missed out on a thing, and they know probably more about me than I know about myself. It's just so awesome. So Jennifer Burr is watching the replay on my Wednesday live stream, and she says, I'm watching the replay as I had training at work when you went live. I'm listening as I work today from Missouri. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you for catching up. I'm glad that you're enjoying content, and it's great to know that you are another one who plays catch up on my lives. And boo to being in training when I was live. But hey, you never know. You'll be able to join in on an actual live soon enough, we hope. So, yeah. But yeah, welcome from Missouri. It's so nice that we have people literally from all over the world watching. Europe, America, Canada, Australia. It is so wonderful. Absolutely love it. And sometimes when I go and have a look in my YouTube sort of stats thing that tells me where people have tuned in from, there are some weird and wonderful places all over the planet. But wherever you are in the world, you are very welcome. And whenever you write a comment or interact with me on a live stream or post in the group for me to share, it's almost like you are sat right here next to me. That's the way I see it. You are sat next to me. You're sat with me. We are like two old friends sat on a bench, or young friends sat on a bench with our stitching out. I sat on a comfy sofa more like, because benches can be hard and uncomfortable, can't they? Sat with our stitching out and a drink and a stitchy buddy, if you have one. Just enjoying some stitchy time together. Kelly from Kelly's Quilts and Cruises comments on my last chatty stitch with me with Josephine Wall's Daughter of the Deep. And she says, I find the colours of floss you are using right now to be very calming. Yep, absolutely. Those beautiful blues and sea greens are just lovely in that. I mean, I'm itching to get to more detail on Daughter of the Deep. It's going to be a while. But yeah, I do enjoy stitching on her. And yes, blues are a very calming colour. And, you know, my stitching makes me happy. Whichever one I'm working on, really. But I see definitely where you're coming from there, Kelly. Again, Floss Tube 41. Jeannie Lightner says, check out US Stitching like Jen the Caffeinated Crafter and see her videos. You can do extra videos but with the same stitch count. For example, the British Bake Off and assigning stitches to already full coverage planned for the week. You can add stitches to your whip depending on what happens that episode and add extra videos with extra stitching. Yeah, I'm not one for the city games. I tried it before. I didn't really enjoy it. Plus, I actually watch very little television. My television is actually broken. I watch my YouTube and I might watch something on catch up on streaming services, but actual live television, no, don't really watch it. But yeah, I mean, the one thing that I did sort of think of doing is Hannah was gifted a lovely lot of diamond paintings last year. And she has passed 1 or 2 on. Not last year, this year. She has passed 1 or 2 on, and I've got one ready to start. So I did think about doing adding in a diamond painting whip video once a week.
Diamond painting, that's my forte.
Yes, well, I'm just saying, I'm thinking about adding in a diamond painting video once a week next year to start that one. It's in the hallway there.
You've got it a while.
I know, that's why I say do it once a week for like an hour and a half video. You know, you're not getting many diamonds in an hour and a half, will you?
No, you can show mine afterwards as well.
Well, if you keep posting pictures in my group, I will show them on my live stream.
Oh, I meant to post one other day for you.
Well, I should be doing a live stream thread later, ready for tonight's stream.
I know, because I've got that glow in dark one that I'm near now finished.
Yeah, well, if you post your pictures, I will show them on my stream.
Anyway, brief interruption.
Beautiful.
Outfit.
What's that on your leg?
Bit of fluff, that's fine.
Bit of fluff.
And then, again, really quickly. Don't look that from it.
No, lovey, it looks lovely.
It's a bit big.
Nope. So Hannah's just having her inspection before she goes off to work. She seeks my approval for her outfit. So yeah, I'm thinking about doing a diamond painting video once a week. So maybe have a Friday content with some diamond painting. Because it's kind of like I'm going to be learning how to do it.
It's easy. If I can do it, anybody can do it.
There you go. Hannah has spoken.
You know how frustrated I get with things?
Yeah, I do. So yes, I'm considering that for next year. I didn't really want to start another channel, but I figure that, you know, one diamond painting video is it's okay. It's not going to be too intrusive, is it? And, you know, maybe sort of alternate it with maybe some knitting or crochet. I don't know. We'll think about that one. But I do other crafts, you see. So I want to show those a little bit. I mean, I know I've shown my crochet work in progress when I was doing Hannah's blanket. So, yeah. You home tonight? Wednesday? Yeah. You home tomorrow night? Because you've got next Friday?
Yeah, because I've got to work. Because I've got to
You're
work
working.
Friday. But I'm there at week. If I worked there at weekend, I would have gone tonight and then come back tomorrow. Because I'm there at weekend, it makes it easier to stop at home tomorrow and my day off, and then just go at Friday evening and spend weekend.
Because it's Chippy Tea tomorrow.
I know.
That's another reason.
That's why I'm thinking about it. Yeah, I'm on tonight, so I'll walk back up with Shelley. So.
Have a lovely day, chicken.
I shall. It's my favourite day of the week. It's delivery day.
All right, okay.
And I get to show off my skills to Shelley. So.
Cool. Sharon on FlossTube, the Stitch With Me with Daughter of the Deep says, so pleased you get the full value of buying me coffee. I was worried that they would take some sort of commission. As I say, Sharon, they do, but it's very small, comparatively speaking. YouTube take a lot more. And, you know, I accept that, you know, when you are transferring money, there is some kind of commission. Nothing in this life is for free. It's just how, you know, how much they take the P with the charges, isn't it? On live stream Wednesday, Mermaid's Cove leaves me some hearts. Thank you very much, Natalia. You are one of my busiest commenters, I'm pretty sure. See you later, chicken. Love you. Okay. What time are you finished work today? 3? All right. See you about 4. The monogamous cross stitcher says on Stitch With Me with Night Cafe. She says, I love your Stitch With Me's. How do you get the camera so close and still see? I'm still trying to master Stitch With Me's. So my setup is I have an angle poise arm clamp which attaches to a table which is in front of me, which has my laptop on it. And I use my phone to film these Stitch With Me's. The phone goes in the clamp. I will move the arm, but so that it's not in my direct eye line, and use the zoom function on my camera. It's as simple as that. But, you know, do feel free to reach out to me via Facebook or whatever, Monogamous Cross Stitcher. Just click on any of the links for Facebook below. I am happy to, you know, have a video call or whatever and, you know, show you what I do. It's not a problem. I do also have Zoom. So, you know, if you did want to have a chat with me face to face, as it were, then yeah, by all means, just give me a shout and I'll try and help you out. I know I've sent a couple of people the links to what I use before as well. So, you know, by all means, I'm happy to help anyone. Okay, Stitching Betty on my Sailing Fairy Stitched Me, leaves me some leaves me some daisies. Thank you, Betty. And then I've got a few more comments on the last couple of Stitch With Me's. So I did a Stitch With Me for my night cafe, and Laurie says the colours are so vibrant. Nice progress. I was kitting up a new floss storage idea I'll share later, and Laurie did indeed on the live, but she's having some difficulty, or was having some difficulty with photos. But she did share what she was doing. And then Adria says, on the same stitch with me, such vibrant colours, perfect for autumn. Yeah, Night Cafe colours are beautiful. And it is funny with that one, with it being a max colour, sometimes the squares take 25 minutes to stitch, 100 stitch square, 10 by 10 block. Other times it can take an hour because there's that many colour changes. It's funny. But yeah, I do enjoy the Night Cafe. Although at this rate, I'm leaving it in my will to somebody. Oh my goodness, did you all hear that? I've got so much wind rattling around in my tummy, I think I should buy a kite. Good grief. I'm not hungry. That's the stupid thing. It's just like wind rattling around in there, you know? Weird. Okay. So I have a few comments. The last one is on my Sunday live stream, the last few comments that I'm going to share today. Now, last Sunday's live stream was actually broken up into two parts because I had sound issues. So what I did was did a full reboot of both my phone and my laptop, and I restarted the stream, and it worked perfectly. Sandy commented, "Hi, Nicola," and then Susan commented, "Afternoon." So did Oodles. She said hi, and Patricia did as well. And then when the second portion of the live stream was up and running, Alicia Bradley says, "Did I hear that correctly? I got a new start. The storm made me do it. I laughed so hard." Yep, you did. Not for me. I am still on a no new starts, although Andy is trying to persuade me otherwise. He's not having any success whatsoever. I am steadfast and resolute that there are no new starts for me this year. He's not quite realised how steadfast I am yet. We're in October. I only have 2 more months to go, and then next year's it's a starter-palooza. So, yeah. As if a stitcher, though, really needs an excuse for a new start. That's what Andy says. No, we don't need an excuse. We don't need a reason. We just need to know that we can have one if we want one. Yeah. So I have, set myself a whip limit of 25 at the very most at any one time, because I currently have 8 projects. I think it's 8. Yes, 8 projects. I'm adding at least 14 next year. But I figure if I have a very upper ceiling of 25, then I should be okay with that. Oh my goodness, did you hear that? I should be okay with that. And then 2026 is going to be a whip down. Can I get anything done or anything finished? Some of my Gecko Rouge pieces are not that big. I will be doing a spreadsheet with the stitch counts in it, but some of them are not that big. If I was stitching on them monogamously, I'd have them finished within a month. But some of them are, lost a thread, some of them are very big, and it's not going to be a month. But yeah, I've got my plans in mind. I've got a primary rotation and a secondary rotation in mind, and it's going to be such a good year for stitching next year. I can't wait. It's been a good year this year, but next year is going to be the bomb. Okay, let me just move my camera a little bit again. There we go. I don't want to be escaping off. Okay. And my last comments that I'm going to share today is again from live stream on Sunday, and it's from Jennifer Burr. She says, your stitching is so nice and beautiful. Watching it now as it was football afternoon for our Kansas City Chiefs football, who are still undefeated. Great stuff there, Jennifer. Thank you very much indeed for watching. So that is all of my comments. I still have about 20 minutes of stitchy time. So I'm just going to carry on whacking in these stitches. And if I do have anything to chat about, I will. I'll have a half moon on that finger. I don't know where it's come from. See it? You can see that half moon. Yes, if I see anything else to chat about, I will chat. If not, we will just enjoy the stitchy time. So, yeah. I'd love to get Hannah doing videos with me, but she's very camera shy. But yeah, the diamond painting that I'm looking at doing next year, potentially on videos, it's a Randall Spangler. Now, I know people who stitch Randall Spangler, and I've looked at his pieces for stitching and they've never really appealed to me for a stitch. But I saw that diamond painting, I was like, ooh, I'd like to do that. And she's like, okay, you can have it. It was Curl Up with a Good Book, I think it is. So, yeah. I figure if I do, you know, videos on a Friday, maybe not even every week, of a different craft, diamond painting, crochet, knitting, anything. Oh, lost that thread again. Anything else that, you know, comes my way. Because you never know, do you? Then, you know, it might just diversify the content a little bit. Do apologise if I don't sound like myself today. I feel like I'm coming down with a bit of a cold. But I guess we'll see. Oh dear. I think I might get some peppermint cordial next time I'm in the supermarket. That might just help with my windies. Oh dear. Feels like somebody's had a balloon pumping me and blowing me up. At least I'm not tooting like Hannah, eh? My goodness. Just threading up my new needle. Looks like my email's having some difficulty this morning. I want to see if my energy bill was in. Let's do it another way. Sign in. Oh, cool. They've actually finally sorted it out. Still doing well with my energy. It's always good to know. Bills are getting so expensive lately. We've got a budget to come in here soon, which is where central government, what we're going to be paying, taxes and all the rest of it. Tell you what, it'd be even better if in the budget they said MPs can't get a great big fat bonus and extra home running costs and stuff, whilst they're also taking money away from vulnerable members of our society. If you're a member of Parliament in the UK, you get a number of perks and benefits. Second home costs, you get help towards your energy bill and all the rest of it. And, you know, if you go into the Houses of Parliament, if you attend, then you get like a financial incentive to attend, subsidised meals and so on and so forth. And they do all that for members of Parliament that just literally stand around in the House of Commons shouting at each other all day. And occasionally they're out in their constituencies. And then for the pensioners, they've taken away their winter fuel allowance, which is, you know, an extra financial assistance so that pensioners who are vulnerable people do not have to choose between heating their homes or eating. It would be really, really nice if somebody actually came into government and said, no, we're going to make it fairer. But then, you know, we look at other people and what they're getting, like local council members get huge bonuses. But, you know, we pay more on our council tax, our property tax, and see less public services for it. You know, the street cleaning has gone down, the communal grass cutting has gone down, and, you know, and so on and so forth. And then you sort of see things like charity bosses get massive amounts of money. You know, your donations are paying for that, which I absolutely don't agree with. I will support charity by, you know, I often have a browse in charity shops. As you guys know, I've got some bargains from charity shops in my time. But, you know, just unfair that vulnerable people are going without. We have all these fat cats that have got extra. Just my opinion. Everybody should have enough to live on. If you're a pensioner and you've worked or, you know, whatever, paid into your pension, there should be enough to live on. Oh dear, excuse me. I do get very opinionated about this sort of thing, so ignore me. Oh dear. Well, I've still got my stitching anyway. I can do that with using very little energy. And because I knit and crochet, there's always a blanket to throw over my knees. So if ever I get to the point I can't afford to heat my house, I'm good. I do feel though for people who are struggling right now, energy costs are out of control. Food costs are out of control. And nobody seems to want to step in and say, no, this is not acceptable. I do worry about Andy's parents, make sure that, because they're pensioners, make sure that they have enough, but they have plenty, they're good. They've made sensible choices over their years. They have a prepayment meter for their energy, and they put in the same amount winter and summer, even if they're not using it over the summer, and then it's built up as credit for the winter. So they're very sensible. Makes a huge difference. And of course, I look after my stepdad. He comes here once a week. Hannah goes and looks after him. We make sure that he is he's okay. And he comes to us for Christmas as well, so he doesn't have to worry about what he does for Christmas. always happy to support him like I was my mum. It's what we do, isn't it? First parents. My stepdad has been there since I was 25. So he's been in my life for half of my life. He gave me away both my weddings. And you know, he and I have always had a good relationship, and he always said that if he'd have been, you know, 20 odd years younger, you know, it'd have been me he'd married and not my mum. You know, we've always been good friends. You know, he used to take me shopping when the girls were babies. He used to make sure that, you know, I got groceries because my ex-husband worked away, very often wasn't around for the mundane things of life, such as doing the grocery shop. But my stepdad stepped in and stepped up. Of course, now I have an Andy to do that. He is fantastic. But now he takes me to the supermarket, and he sits in the car and waits for me and the girls to go and do the shop. So, and we have a nice routine. I think Andy feels guilty sometimes about going away and filming so much because he's not around at home. Hence why, you know, sometimes he'll just go through the house top to bottom like a dose of salts, or he'll say, "Yo, you're not cooking today, I am," or, you know, something like that. Or just, you know, just occasionally he might just bring me some flowers and some Freddos. I think he does feel a little guilt sometimes, but he shouldn't. We manage just fine if he's not around. You know, me and the girls, like last weekend he wasn't here, so Friday, I can't remember what I did on Friday. I think I probably cooked something. Saturday, we just ordered Chinese food, which was quite nice. And he was home on Sunday morning and said, "No, I'm doing dinner." Right, oh, okay. Not going to argue. I'm just sitting stitch. That's, you know, how come I managed to get sort of 2,200 envy stitches in, because he was like, "I'm cooking." Oh, okay. I'm not going to argue with you, love. Yeah. You want to cook, you cook. But, you know, I still made sure that I made the gravy, because he's rubbish at making gravy. It makes it thin and watery, and it's not good. So the girls say, "Yeah, that's fine, Andy, you cook, but Mum makes the gravy." And he's like, "Oh, okay then." You know, with a ball tip needle, I can still split a block. It is ridiculous. Anyway, coming almost to the end of my time with you guys today, so I shall be rounding off this video with my usual reminders. 3 videos appearing on your screen in a moment. If you've not seen those, please do go take a few minutes to have a look. My schedule, as ever, floss tubes on Tuesdays, stitch with me's on Thursdays and Saturdays. I still keep getting that wrong. Floss Stitch with Me live streaming on Wednesdays and Sundays, 7:30 p.m. UK time. So if you can join me for those, it'd be great. Link to the Facebook group is in the description box below if you do wish to join. And also, without obligation, my Buy Me a Coffee is also there. I do have my videos organised into playlists, so you can just pop on a playlist and either sit and stitch away and join me, or, you know, just go off and, you know, do your housework or whatever. It's another way for you to support me as a creator. So I've just marked off, I have done between here and here a total of 534 stitches, so deduct the 70 that I did before starting this video, which takes me to 460 stitches today, which is really good because it's very easy, plain black stitching. I can just run with it. Oh, excuse me. So thank you guys very much indeed for watching. Do take care, happy stitching, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.